Hey, I'm Kev Hillman. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross. The official game has we look at the social feed of some results here, stepping forward to starting up Kev Hillman as one of its main rivals. Wonderful results. Did you watch the last episode? We did not do well, did Kev Hillman on his debut in Supercross. Let's see if we can do better around the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. So here we are qualifying. Taking the wide line as we go across the line. Let's see if we can have a good race, unlike what we had last time out. We're already sliding wide. This surface already feels a bit harder than the last one. So we go a bit wide through Min and Appiah, so was last time out. We finally got used to that track just at the end of the races, as once again we're just playing with the boundaries of the track. Let's go over the set of mounds, and we're off the track. They go back on. Hey, no, we're first. Let's just end the session. Well, he says we're first. No need to go on. There's got some riders are now actually crossing the line. And this track seems to be a bit longer. Or is it just because we've been crashing? So go in second gear to the final corner. It's not too bad. We're only 3 seconds off the pace. Just considering how bad I am at the moment, it's not too bad. I should say Hillman as oh no, that's a concussion in rating. As in qualifying, as we got time sessions in the series, I think we're just going to do a maximum of 5 for that. So if we do well before then, we can of course cut it down. But around 5 minutes in qualifying, that's around 5 laps a moment. And then in a race, of course, we have a 10-minute race. It's all a bit wide, getting hit. There's Hillman. Oh, massive jump. And over the last set of mounds. There we go, 58. We're right up there now, Hillman. Up in 7th. He's all sliding the bike a bit too much though. Into the tie right-hander. We're getting there. He's just taking some adjusting from XGP to Supercross. I wish you could have had it in motocross as well in this game. That'd been pretty cool. Just make this an AMA motocross supercross game. Hey, we can dream. Maybe next year. Maybe in DLC. You never know. Like they tried to do with MXGP3. Added some supercross DLC. They added one paltry track, which you can only ride in like time attack, which is pathetic. A milestone. They're not very good at DLC yet. On how to produce DLC that's actually worthwhile. So go wide, that was not good that time. So it's level Jordan Smith and Joey in front. Just got to get a bit better at some of these jumps. It goes a bit wide, and some of these lines as well. There we go, that's much better over those set of mounds. Going through the corner, nice whip through the corner. Definitely still have to learn a bit more as well as whipping through these tight hairpins. Some actually use quite a lot in MX versus ATV, but we didn't use in MXGP that much. We didn't really need to. Definitely do in this series. So could this be a PB? Go a bit wide. 57.5, second fastest. Oh, Hillman's getting a hang of this track. His final effort. I believe this is his 5th lap. Let's see if he can get good that timing. Maybe not. And there is Hillman in 4th. Behind Zach Osborne, Joey Savagi, and then Jordan Smith on the KTM. Ahead of Adam in 5th, and Christian Craig in 6th, then Fernandez, his old rival from MX2 in 7th, Mitchell Harrison, Alex Martin, Carl Peters round out the top 10 ahead of RJ Hampshire. So, what can Hillman do in the race? Can he survive 10 minutes of frantic action?
Because of the famed Georgia red clay here in the Peach State, the Georgia Dome in Atlanta is well known for some of the wildest finishes in Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship history. Tonight should be no different. The revs are coming up. Here comes the gate drop. He has the speed and is definitely the one to beat, but can he handle being in the spotlight and the pressure? The 30-second board is up. Keep an eye on the gate. It's about to drop.
As here we are, revving up the engine, going for the gates to drop. Terrible start once again from Hillman. But oh, look at the action in front. Oh, he's been pushed wide. This is something Milestone definitely have to fix in this. Like, it is so messy, these starts. Absolutely terrible. Somehow Hillman's in the top 10. Just. Somehow everyone just about survived those first couple of corners. Says, oh, that's a good set of jumps. He's up tonight, going elbow to elbow with Sorensen. Great. Oh, round the outside. Great rip. Almost into the top 5 now. He's got RJ Hampshire, who started just outside the top 10 in 5th. Great start from RJ. But now he's battling Christian Craig for 3rd. Oh, down the inside. Here we go. Just opening that. Not quite. Oh, gets hit by Chaz in it. It's like as he's in 4th. He's back where he started. And now he's down the inside of Craig for a podium as he is. Oh, try and whip the bike around that corner. So difficult to do though. On the brakes and oh, he's down. He's going to have a head of goal. So is Christian Craig. He's battling with. They're twins. Can't be separated even in crashes. As well, that is bloody weird, that camera angle. But it looks like Hillman is in 5th. So he's got Joey in front. He's got Chaz up to 3rd after those couple of falls. So definitely learning not to go full pelt. There's Hillman. Getting to a good rhythm over these jumps as Christian Craig gets back by. Into 5th. As the leaders go across the line onto the 3rd lap. Here goes Hillman. Maybe not losing the rear brake enough. Using the front brake quite a lot. That was better around that corner. Not using its weight enough either. That was something that was pretty terrible in the first race in Minnesota. Not using the weight. There's Hillman. And look what happens when he does. Looking around the outside for Craig for top 5. He's got Alex Martin down to 4th now. In front, he's still got Sorensen behind in 7th. Oh, and Smith in 8th. As Hillman and Craig are really getting into it. That's better. Or can he quite... Oh, he does just about make the triple jump. Let's go over the set of mountains at the end of the lap. Getting loads of speed through the corner. 56.7. Oh, Hillman is motoring. Tries to defend the inside line from Craig though. Not quite able to do that. But he survives going into the hairpin, and now he'll be chasing a podium place with Joey and Alex Martin together. Actually, it looks like Alex Martin's dropped off slightly from Joey. So we whip it good through the hairpin. Definitely a good rhythm in that middle section of the lap especially. Just looking around the outside of Alex. Not much room there though. That's the wrong thing about this trip. About all these Supercross tracks. Sometimes got to find room to make moves rather than have that space there. He's got Zach Osborne in second. It's like Chaz is leading. What a race from Chaz, as there goes Hillman into the podium places with his new fastest lap, 56.3. As we're trying to make it 3 wide. No room, no. Joey really blocked that off. So there we go. Good control of the throttle of those jumps. Once again, it does seem like if you get into a very good rhythm over the jumps, your opponents are a touch slower. Something which has not been fixed from XGP, which is a bit disappointing. As all hitting the boundaries, but just about surviving. It's Hillman as he is in the podium place now. First and second are way ahead though. Look at that. Chaz leading, 11 seconds. And Zach Osborne 8 seconds in front of Hillman. So it's a good out the final corner. That was a 57.58. And those are halfway through the race. Let's see if Hillman can chase down the top 2 then. Be a tough ask. But there's no doubt he's got pace around this Georgia Dome. As there goes Joey with a surprise attack down the inside. Just when you think he's safe. Getting attacked from behind. Oh, but that's a good jump. Whipping it good around the corners. Hillman is definitely no rhythm around here. And no, he's not. He's rolling round here now. Got Alex Martin a second behind. We've got Smith in third now, and Martin pushes him wide. What an arsehole. There's now Hillman down to 6th. He should be on the podium though. He's got the pace for it. Let's see if he can battle his way back up there as he gets into Martin. Obviously not happy. There goes the advertising. There goes the track boundaries. Once again getting into Martin. He's got Christian Craig again next to him. He's getting a better rhythm. There we go. That's a much better jump. And now he's ahead of Martin, back into the top 5. Got a bit of a gap ahead for the podium places. And look at this. He's really aggressive. No, that's too aggressive. What is he doing? Carrying way too much speed into the right hand. And now Martin just getting in the way of the camera and everything. So that's now Mitchell Harrison in front. Where's he come from? Because we've only got like 3 or 4 laps to go, and it's like a podium's now off the cards. Thanks to Martin. Look at that, pushing Hillman wide again. Now Hillman's just pushing Martin through the hairpin. Surely not very happy. As the adopted Boston son. As we go down the inside, 3 wide into the left-hander. Oh, Hillman down because Martin pushed him. Alex Martin, Kev Hillman, they'll be having words after this race. Might he get a TV camera in there? And now he's gone wide. He's got Dean Fernandez behind in 9th. He's dropped down to 8th. Any chance of a top 5 is now gone because of one guy. He's got Christian Craig in front. He's been very consistent in 7th. I think he's held that position since like the 2nd or 3rd lap. He's got Dean Fernandez behind, a familiar face in 9th. He's cartwheeled again. I did not understand that. Some laps you can land right, some laps you can't. Absolutely ridiculous, it feels like. So here goes Hillman in 9th, chasing down Fernandez. Got RJ Hampshire in 10th. That's a better set of jumps into that right-hander. What the heck is happening? Why is the bike just stagnating now over those mounds? As he's side by side with Cameron, he's not even the top 10 now as we approach the final lap of the race, or final couple of laps of the race. He's just killed all his speed and momentum as Alex Martin, and look at this, he's just down in 11th, and then he should be on the podium. There you go, that's better from Hillman over those jumps. This goes out the hairpin, almost into the side of Cameron McAdoo. We've got RJ Hampshire struggling in front. Not struggling as much as Hillman though, who gets pushed into the barriers once again. Definitely his elbows out racing. Hillman's just got to get used to it American style. He's very good at it European style, but let's go into the final couple of corners. Look at his lap times. 56 is fastest. Now he's in the 59s. 3 seconds faster. Let's look at Chaz at the front. Got a 15-second lead. He's got 2 to go. Can he chase down RJ Hampshire for 9th? It feels strange being disappointed for the top 10, but he should be so much further up if he didn't make mistakes with Hillman. But it's good for his new sponsors. He had to finish in the top 10. Definitely achieving that. He gets out the hairpin turns. Nice whips. Oh, again wide though. Really needs to improve that. Just his keeping his rhythm up, maintaining it. That's at the halfway mark of this race. He was very good, but now near the end of it, not really feeling it, is he? You know, he dips into the 57s again. As he on the final lap of a very up and down race for Kev Hillman. Started so good. And now it's just gone like this. Does get back onto the track as Chaz has already won. What domination. And Braddon. It looks like the hammer back into the top 10. And that is where he's going to finish. Or is he? Once again toying with... As in it's like... Is that Zach Osborne finished down, or is it just glitched? On the left hand side, the timing's gone a bit crazy. As where's the hammer been overtaken though? For 10th, not quite. He does finish in the top 10, I believe.
It was a hard-fought race, but the 250 main event is done. Let's take a look at the final results and see where the riders finished.
In the end, 44 seconds behind Chaz, and he was elbow to elbow with him on the opening lap of the race. As we got Smith in second, Osborne down to third, Houghton in fourth, Joe in fifth, Alex Martin sixth, Christian Craig seventh, Dylan Fernandez eighth, RJ Hampshire in ninth, then Renzo behind, Cameron in 12th, Adam 13th. Like good qualifying, and Chase Sexton at the back. So our first top 10 for Hillman earns him 11 points, with the maximum 25 going to Chaz.
Fast, but too many mistakes cost him a shot at the podium. He needs to be more focused and make less mistakes if he wants to win at this level.
And that is definitely true, as spot on from the announcer, as there's Hillman up to 15th now ahead of Benny, as it seems like Stephen Christensen is in at last. We've got a number of riders here. Outscoring, got 41 riders in total. So for Hillman, good forward steps, but just needs to improve on his consistency throughout the whole of the race. As definitely did not get the whole shot. Achieved the sponsor objective though. We've got an awesome amount of credits to add on as we go to level 9. And we unlock the official championship. New mode, new portrait as well, bronze one. And yeah, we're nowhere near achieving any of this. So we look at the social feed, an exceptional race for Kev Hillman, who manages to reach the points required by VP Race Rules in this championship event. Decide he subdued race. Hammer, you must win the next one. Says Joanne, calm down. Just his second race. Who's batting for a podium? As we are really not there, Hammer. Show what you're capable of. In the next event, make sure you obtain position 10. Exceptional race, there's Rolf. So, not bad from Hillman. What are you doing? Sleeping? Wake up, says Hammer. How is it possible? Who's that? Hilda. Calm down. As next time out, we're going to north of the border and Canada and the Rogers Centre in Toronto. Can Hillman actually follow through in the second half of the race and grab a podium? Find out next time. So out for watching. I'll see you then.